The Sower, Part 2. Sitting in a porchway cool, sunlight I see dying fast. Twilight hastens on to rule, working hours have well nigh passed. Shadows run across the lands, but a sower lingers still. Old in rags he patient stands, looking on I feel a thrill. Black and high his silhouette dominates the furrows deep. Now to sow the task is set, soon shall come a time to reap. Marches he along the plain, to and fro and scatters wide. From his hands the precious grain, muse I as I see him stride. Darkness deepens, fades the light. Now his gesture to mine eyes are august and strange. His height seems to touch the starry skies. Toru Dutt. So, the poem The Sower is a poem about the hard work and persistence of a sower who works tirelessly and relentlessly, while the poet observes his action and terms him as an august personality who works not for himself but for others. There is Another Sky. Emily Dickinson, 1830 to 1866. Emily Dickinson is an American poet of the 19th century. She lived a lonely life. Most of her poems are motivational and philosophical. They are unique to her era and are characterized by simple and short lines. She often used slant rhymes and unconventional capitalization and punctuation. Her poems are the psalms and hymns of life in all its shades. There is Another Sky is an inspirational poem with a message of never say die. It is a Petrarchan sonnet with octave and sestet. The poet is communicating to her brother through a letter. She encourages her brother not to get depressed under any circumstances and pleads with him to return home. Life is full of challenges. One can tackle the challenges with a positive attitude. The poem ends on an optimistic note. The brighter garden stands for choices that life offers to all. There is another sky. There is another sky, ever serene and fair, and there is another sunshine, though it be darkness there. Never mind faded forests, Austin, never mind silent fields. Here is a little forest whose leaf is evergreen. Here is a brighter garden where not a frost has been. In its unfading flowers I hear the bright bee hum. Prithee, my brother, into my garden come. Emily Dickinson. So this bright and uplifting poem by Emily Dickinson suggests that writing has a power that transcends time and experience. Upon Westminster Bridge. William Wordsworth, born on April 7, 1770, was a major English Romantic poet who was an honoured poet laureate of the United Kingdom in the court of Queen Victoria from 1843 until his death on 23rd of April 1850. He is a leading English nature poet. His collection of poetry, Lyrical Ballads, is considered as the central work of Romantic literary theory. The poem Upon Westminster Bridge is one of the best examples of his Romantic poems. Upon Westminster Bridge is a Petrarchan sonnet in which William Wordsworth described the beauty of the bridge as seen at dawn from the Westminster Bridge. London. The then world has to still experience the Industrial Revolution. The poet was enthralled by the panoramic landscape, beauty, calm, and quiet nature before him. This poem was first published in the collection of poems in 2 volumes in 1807. Upon Westminster Bridge. Earth has not anything to show more fair. Dull wood he be of dull would he be of soul, who could pass by, a sight so touching in its majesty, the city now doth like a garment wear. The beauty of the morning silent bare, ships, towers, domes, theatres, and temples lie, open unto the fields and to the sky, all bright and glittering in the smokeless air. Never did sun more beautifully steep in his first splendor valley, rock, or hill. Ne'er saw I, never felt a calm so deep, the river glideth at his own sweet will. Dear God, the very houses seem asleep, and all that mighty heart is lying still. William Wordsworth. The poem composed upon Westminster Bridge, September 3, 1802, by William Wordsworth, conveys the message that people can experience deep feelings for a place they enjoy. The poem is about the beauty of London in the early morning and the poet's admiration for the city. Some of the poem's themes include the beauty of London. The poem describes the city's beauty in the morning light and how it looks like a beautiful garment. The serenity of the city. The poem is surprised by the calm of the city, which is usually a busy commercial center. The ability to experience serenity in an urban area. The poem marvels at the ability to experience serenity in an urban area, not just in nature. Wordsworth uses poetic devices such as personification, imagery, and hyperbole to convey his message.